Hey, this is Josh Gwynn, and thank you for joining this training. In this training session, we're going to talk about the top 5 things that you can do to supercharge your LinkedIn profile today. These are things that are working right now on LinkedIn that I am using to generate more traffic to my website, more leads, and from LinkedIn. So again, thanks for joining this. I know that even though this training is free, that your time is not free. So your time is very valuable. So I wanted to thank you for spending it with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of jump in between this live screen, what you're seeing here, and a shared screen so you can see I have a presentation for you, and I'm going to jump into my LinkedIn profile so you can see some of these things as I'm going. So I have about, I think this training is going to take about 30 minutes, and then I'll have time to tell you a little bit more about LinkedIn and possibly take some Q&A at the end. And if you watch this after it's live, if you watch a recorded version of this training, feel free to shoot me an email. And if you have any questions, my email is josh@redlinehd, and that's my work. So if you have questions about this, feel free to ask them. So I'm going to kind of do this a little bit informal. So I'm going to jump into this PowerPoint, and I'm going to show you a little bit about what we're going to be talking about today. So let me see if I can get into this. Give me one quick second, and we're going to get started. So, all right. Make sure I got everything here. I guess I need my LinkedIn profile pulled up so I can show you that, huh? So I got that pulled up. All right. So here we go. So and share my screen with you right now. So here's what we're going to be looking at. So this is the presentation that we're going to be going through. It says 7 ways to grow your LinkedIn profile. I know I said 5, so I guess I'm giving you 7. So we'll do a couple of bonus ones because I like to try to over deliver. So I'll go through within the top 5 what's working, and I'll give you some extra tips that are working right now. So anyway, what you're going to learn today. Now it's going to jump back to the top 5. Sorry, didn't double check my slides there. We're going to talk about the top 5 steps to supercharge your LinkedIn profile. I'm going to tell you what's working right now, what in my experience seems to be working to get clients and leads. I'm going to give you my best tips. So these are the exact things that I'm doing right now. And I'm going to tell you how you can get more training on LinkedIn if you want to really supercharge your LinkedIn profile. Now let's, just for a second, I'm going to talk some numbers. If you do the things that we're talking about on in this training today, if you do the top 5 things that I go through, your LinkedIn profile should get into the top 20% of your connections. You'll be in the top 20% of probably most people on LinkedIn, but certainly of your connections. And if you want to learn more and you want to get the profile rank up into the top 3 or 5%, I'll show you where you can learn more. So first of all, got a little further. A little bit about me. And if, I'm going to be the one doing the presentation. My company called Redline Digital Marketing. We do social media marketing for companies that range from startups to $300 million plus. So I've worked with companies that are all different levels of revenue and size and budget on their social media marketing. I'm also an instructor online for social media marketing for businesses, what I teach. So I have courses on not just LinkedIn, but also mobile responsive website design and things like that. I've taught over 13,774 awesome students online. So I have a lot of experience teaching people these techniques. I'm going to talk a little bit about my love-hate relationship with LinkedIn. How I got a lot better at LinkedIn, and I started with LinkedIn, and I was really for the first 5 years I was on LinkedIn, I was not good at it. In fact, I joined LinkedIn in 2008, and from 2008 to 2013, my LinkedIn profile sucked. I didn't get any business. I was on LinkedIn, but I was barely on LinkedIn. And some of you out there may kind of feel like this, like you have a profile, but you don't really get any business from it. This picture right here is taken, by the way, in New Orleans. I'm Dutch, actually, and so my girlfriend thought this was pretty hilarious that they had a Dutch alley with me sitting by it. So anyway, I'm gonna sprinkle some photos of me in here periodically. So Actually, this one is my little niece, Olivia. So I wanted to throw that in there and give her some props. She can get seen by some people. Anyway, so after my LinkedIn profile sucked for 5 years, I started learning about LinkedIn and how to use it, and I started taking courses on it. I went through and changed every single part of my LinkedIn profile to optimize it to get better at LinkedIn. And the result of that is where we are in 2015. My profile, you can barely see this, but my profile ranks in the top 5% of all of my connections on LinkedIn. 30% of my business profit in 2015 came directly from LinkedIn. And this is not from people that already knew me on LinkedIn and therefore saw some stuff of mine and wanted to do business. This is from people that did not know me at all and saw postings from me on LinkedIn on a consistent basis, and as a result, called me up to do business with me. And so LinkedIn has been valuable marketing tools for my business. So I'm going to share those things with you. And you can barely see this. This is shows my LinkedIn profile rank. It's the top 3% for profile views among my connections. Let me see if I can pull that up and show you that. We'll do this. We'll do present. How about that? See if that works. All right, so there you can see it. Maybe you rank in the top 3% for profile views among your connections. This is out of 4,677 connections. Just a little bit old. I actually have over 5,000 LinkedIn connections now. You'll see that when I jump in there. But anyway, I'll pull it back to this, and we'll do this on full screen. Sorry if it's a little tough to see some of these slides. I wanted to make sure I could see the slides that are coming next over here in the preview. So anyway, just had to do that. But if you stay till the end, I got a bonus for you for staying till the end of the training, because I know I know everybody's busy. So I wanted to offer you a bonus for staying till the end of the training, because I really want you to see the full thing. LinkedIn profile cheat sheet. This is the top 5 things that we talk about today. This is a fast start cheat sheet. So these are the top 5 things that we're going to talk about today, plus bonus tips in this LinkedIn profile cheat sheet. There's a PDF document that you get to download at the end of this lecture. I'll tell you exactly where to go to get it. It's totally free to you. Also in this PDF, I have links to video lectures. So for each topic we talk about today, I'm going to put a link to a video lecture, the cheat sheet that you can check out. This is kind of like the 80-20. Most of you are probably familiar with the 80-20 principle, where 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. This profile cheat sheet and what we're going to talk about today are the 20% that generate a large number of your efforts. So anyway, so without further delay, here we're going to go. So top 5 on LinkedIn. We'll cover maybe a couple more than 5 if we have the time. We're going to get to at least the top 5. This picture below is not relevant at all. This is from a trip I went on. This is in Mexico. I just thought it was a really good picture, and I found it in my my iCloud. I'll put it in here. So anyway, we're going to jump into LinkedIn now and give you some real tips here. So here is my LinkedIn newsfeed. Here is my LinkedIn profile. You're going to be able to see this. And all right, so here's my profile. You can see that I have a custom background image. Some of the things I'm going to talk about with you are your profile picture, your headline, which is right here, how you talk about your previous work experience, as well as what to post on, what to do for your LinkedIn summary. So we're going to talk about all of those things. So anyway, without further delay here, the top 5 things on LinkedIn that are working right now. Number 1, what you want to do to boost your LinkedIn profile, and this may sound obvious, but is have a professional profile picture. So it's super easy to go down here and change your profile picture and just upload something that's professional. It doesn't have to be a suit and tie. It doesn't even have to be a professionally done photo from a photographer. As long as it's professional for your industry, and as long as it's something where people can clearly see your face and you're the only one in the picture. That's a big one that I see, that people put, a group picture in. Well, how does somebody know if they don't know you? How does somebody know you, like which one you are? So, get something that looks good, that you're smiling in, that you look like, somebody people want to do business with in your profile picture. So that's number 1. Definitely do that. And when you click, the easiest way to do it is click change profile. and then you can go in and upload a new profile picture, and you can save it, you can crop it, and that's the easiest way to do it. You can have this done. So just the worst thing you can do, the worst thing you can do is put a profile picture of, I don't know, you funneling beer or something at the beach in spring break. Unless your business is getting people to the resort to funnel beer, then maybe you want to keep that. But if you do what's professional for your industry, so this works for me. This actually is a professional photo, but you really don't have to do that. You can, for a long time, I used a photo that was just of me at a wedding, but I was in a suit, I was smiling. I thought that I looked like somebody that people want to do business with, and it works really well for my LinkedIn profile. So that's number one. Number two is make your LinkedIn headline here. Make your LinkedIn headline to where you tell people what you do and how you can benefit them. Okay, so what you do and how you can benefit them. So mine reads, helping businesses profit with social media marketing, president of Redline Digital, and successful social media strategist. So this tells people who I am, what I do, and how I can benefit them. So I help businesses profit with social media marketing. That's how I can help them. Who I am, the president of Redline Digital, and then I'm a successful social media strategist. I threw successful in there. Obviously, that's up to anybody's interpretation of what that means, but I do this for a lot of companies, so I want that to be in there. The easiest way to change your summary, your LinkedIn headline. Obviously, you just click right here and you just start with typing in your professional headline. What I prefer to do is to type it into a notepad or something like Evernote and get it looking at just how I like it, because you only have this little limited space to work with, and then you have to, if you want to edit any of it, you have to go forward and backwards, and I just don't really like that. So copy and paste it, make it easy on yourself. In a course that I'm going to tell you about that I have on LinkedIn, it's called LinkedIn for Business Blueprint. I actually give you a template not only for the headline, but also for your LinkedIn summary, which we're going to talk about next. Now, you notice this little emoticon, or this little emoji, this light bulb. This is something that I saw somebody else suggest, or I saw somebody else using, and I decided to give this a try. And basically what this does is it grabs attention. So everybody has a LinkedIn headline. Not everybody has this little icon in there that grabs attention. So I've tried different things with this, but a check mark or a light bulb or something like that that's bold seems to work really well. A lot of people see that in my LinkedIn profile, and since I changed over to this, my LinkedIn profile rank has increased pretty significantly, like the number of views that I get. So this is something you can go to. Let's see, there's a website called getemoji.com. I'm going to pull it up right now. This is one of those bonus tips. So this doesn't count in the top 5, but this is maybe one of the top, maybe number 6 or something. So if you go down to Get Emojis, or you go to getemoji.com, you can check this out. You can just copy and paste these. You don't have to have an app required. Just pick one that looks professional, that's not too crazy. So you may not want a flexing bicep. You may not want the alien or the skull. So go down and find one that works pretty well for you, and then grab it. It depends. If you're a medical person, you may want to use something like this. I personally like a check mark or I like the light bulb that I'm using. There's also I saw somebody using a rocket ship. That's pretty cool. So once you come in here, you just come in here and you just highlight it and copy it, and then add that into your LinkedIn profile. So if you want to do that, I highly recommend giving that a try and seeing how that works for you. So anyway, so that is number 2. Number 2 is update your headline and make sure you tell people in your headline who you are and how you benefit them and how you can benefit their business. So that's step number 2. Step number 3 that's working is make sure your LinkedIn profile summary looks something like this. Okay, so my LinkedIn profile summary, I've changed this quite a few times. This is a new template that I'm working with. I always told people in my LinkedIn summary what I do and how I do it and how to contact me. What I didn't always do was have this all caps writing right here where I tell people this is what I do. This is what I'm going to tell you about what I do. This is how I do it, how to contact me, and what others say. So I changed it to where it reads that and where it has these sections, what I do, how I do it, how to contact me, because in your LinkedIn profile, if you don't have the how to contact me section here, it is way down on your LinkedIn profile at the very, very bottom. And you don't want it to people to have to scroll that far to find out how to contact you. So I have my phone number, my email address, and my website right here for people to contact me. And then I just, for what others say, these are recommendations that people left on my LinkedIn profile. So I just went and copy and pasted those right in here. I took a couple of the most relevant ones or the ones that I like the most and copied them word for word. So you can see that I'm quoting people. So what I recommend is you don't paraphrase, you don't take anything out, you don't add anything, do exactly what they said. And that way, if somebody scrolls down your LinkedIn profile and looks at your recommendations, they will see the exact same thing. This will work in your favor. I talk about who I work with. You know, I worked with businesses that range from Fortune 100 companies to startup ventures. Talk about my background and then my specialty section. My specialty section, this is a section of your LinkedIn profile that in your summary, I recommend you add specialties. These are basically keywords that you want people to find you for. So I want people to find me for specialties like social media marketing, social media strategy, Facebook advertising campaigns, automotive social media marketing, reputation management, web design. So I added all of these in there. So these are things that now will index in LinkedIn search as well as in Google search, and people can find me for these particular things. So so that's number 3, and I guess specialties kind of be a bonus section, or maybe number the last one. But so anyway, you can come to my LinkedIn profile and you can literally copy my summary. If you do the course that I'm going to tell you about at the end of this this training, you will get a template for this where you can just copy and paste it and add your information. So anyway, what I do, how I do it, how to contact me, what others say, who I work with, my background and specialty. So add those sections, or at least some of those sections, to your LinkedIn summary. You'll see a tremendous boost in your LinkedIn profile rank just from adding these things. But basically, again, what you're doing with your summary, it's the same as with your headline. You're trying to tell people what you do and how you can benefit them. So they look at your profile and they see how you can help them if they're in the market for getting help. So that's number 3. Next section, number 4, is your previous work experience. So in your previous work experience, again, you want to make sure this is what's been working now. I mean, obviously with your previous work experience, you want to make sure you do something similar to your summary. You talk about what you do or what your company does, how you do it. You talk about, you know, how to contact us, who we've worked with, and specialty. So those are the sections that I would have in your previous work experience. But the big thing that I want to talk about is with previous work experience is to just make sure that you have it all. Okay. So if you had a job, even if you had a job or a company for a short period of time, for a while, I did not have this on my profile. It was social media started. I ran it for you know, a brief period of time, but it was only part-time. So I didn't include it in there when I ran this part-time. And for a while I didn't have this on there, and I just didn't feel like it was relevant to hide it or anything. I just didn't think, because it was a part-time business, that it was very relevant. And so I finally added it in within the last few months, and just did the same thing. What we did, how we did it, specialties. And I even had a recommendation for this job as well already. So I went ahead and left that on there. And then I added in some things that we did for some social media marketing for political campaigns. I worked with a mayor candidate as well as another political candidate. So I added those in there. Within days of doing this, just adding this one position, my LinkedIn profile jumped in rank significantly. Just for a long time, I didn't have this piece of my experience in there because I just didn't think it was relevant. And so definitely add all of your pieces of experience that you have. If you had, a job that you just did an internship for a summer, add that. If you had, just tell people that it was an internship for a summer. That's perfectly okay. Just make sure you add it in there, because all of this information in here is stuff that LinkedIn will use to assign a rank to your profile, and Google will use to assign a rank and relevance to your LinkedIn profile, which ranks extremely well in Google. So I just want to make sure that this is, you add all of your previous experience. That would be number 4. So you can see when you go back through, you can see all of my different positions. Even if it was something relatively short, I have it in there. But it's definitely all included. And another thing is, here's another bonus tip for you. Don't necessarily just mention your position. So if before I had owner of Josh Gwynn Social Media, I changed that to owner slash, well, this is not a slash, but whatever this post is, social media marketing consultant and strategist. There's actually a name for this. I just don't remember what it is. But owner, social media marketing consultant, and strategist. These were all things that I did, but technically I was the owner of the company. So for a while, that's all I had. But adding these keywords that you want people to find you for, like social media marketing consultant and strategist, will significantly boost your profile. You'll get more views, you'll get more people seeing what you do, and it's more relevant to what people would probably need. People may be looking for a social media marketing consultant. Most people, other than salespeople, are not going to be looking for an owner. So I went back and did that on several of my positions. Not all of them, but several of them. I need to probably go back and do it on this one. This was a position where I was director of marketing for a large automotive. I left that as director of marketing just because I thought that sounded more impressive, but I think that I'm going to go in and change it to additional things that I did. So here, social media marketing manager and digital marketing manager, the same thing. Keyword me for. It's super easy to change this. Here's how you do it. Just go in and add whatever you want. So make sure it's accurate. You don't want to put anything in there that's not accurate, because then, if you get called out on that, then everything else is going to be suspect. But if you had, most people's job roles encompass more than just one responsibility. So if you did something else that is relevant that people would find you for or be interested in knowing about you, put that in there. Whatever you want people to find you for that you have experience with, you need to put in one of your titles. So definitely do that. That would be number 4. Number 5, this is one of the biggest things that you can do in terms of boosting your LinkedIn profile, is to add connections. And don't just add one connection at a time. What I want you to do is add dozens or even hundreds of connections all at once. This is just to get started. You'll keep adding connections gradually over time, but to get started, if you haven't done this, make sure that you add a lot of connections all at one time. So here's what we're going to do. Under the My Network section, so this would be number 5 of our top 5. We talked about profile picture, we talked about headline, we talked about summary, we talked about previous work experience. Now I want to tell you how to add hundreds of connections. So under My Network, go to Add Contacts. So here is what you're going to do. Under Add Contacts, you want to see who you already know on LinkedIn. So what you're going to do is you're going to connect your LinkedIn account to your account where you have the most contacts. Okay, so whether that's Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, AOL, I doubt it, but anyway, or you can import a file or invite by email. But what you want to do is connect it to something where you have the majority of your contacts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect it to my Gmail account. So we're going to go ahead and connect it to Gmail. Let's see. Okay, so now LinkedIn is going to, when you go to continue, it's going to import your address book to suggest connections that you can connect with. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So this is what this is going to look like. LinkedIn's going to find your contacts by connecting with your Gmail account. And then you're going to be able to add those contacts that are already on LinkedIn all at one time. So it's a significant, so you can add literally hundreds of connections and invite those people to connect automatically with a couple of clicks. So it's going to take a second to pull this up, but once you do this once, and you will literally add dozens, if not hundreds of connections within a few days. And this is a significant boost on your LinkedIn, not just your LinkedIn profile, but your Google rank. My LinkedIn profile is the top 5, is the number one thing when you search for me in LinkedIn, is the number one thing that comes up is my LinkedIn profile. And it's not, I'm not the only Josh Gwynn on LinkedIn or anything else. I've seen other people on LinkedIn as well, but this is one of the things. I got off the phone with a rep from Google for Google Business last week. I talked to this rep, and I was asking him what are the key factors that influence how the results in Google are ranked for a business. And one of the things he told me was the number of social connections that you have and the number of people seeing and sharing your content. So this is a huge way to increase those social connections significantly. So here's where this is step 2 of 2. You'll see a first step that'll show you the people on LinkedIn, but I already went through that step. So it's taking me automatically to step 2 of 2. So here's what you'll see. These are the people that aren't on LinkedIn yet, right? 1,725 contacts selected. So I could click this button down here and add 1,725 people to my network. I'm not going to do that because I've already done this with these connections, and some of these people I'm already connected with on LinkedIn. This is just a different email that they are not using. So the first step will add people that are already on LinkedIn with that email address that you have in your contacts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and skip this step, but you can see how powerful this can be. So you can literally add hundreds or more contacts all at one time. So I definitely recommend you do this. I'm going to skip this step and go back to my profile. And then it's going to bring up, once you go through that step, it's going to bring up other people that you may know. So you can scroll through here and add people individually. I definitely recommend you do that. Again, you want to add people that you have some overlapping connections with. So like right here, I have 262 shared connections with this person, 40 with her. You can see not everybody uses we talked about LinkedIn profile picture. Not everybody does this. A lot of people, for whatever reason, still have a blank profile post. You're not going to get any business from doing that. It's just at least have something on there. And again, you see a lot of these people with examples of good profile pictures. Pictures of them smiling. They're the only one in the picture. Their outfit is fairly professional, some of them. And so anyway, but you still see a lot of people with no profile picture. So anyway, definitely make sure your profile picture is good to go. But in order to add hundreds of connections automatically, go under My Network, add contacts, and that'll take you back to that screen that we just looked at. And you literally can add hundreds of contacts in a few days, and this by itself will significantly boost your LinkedIn profile rank. So those are the top 5 with a couple of bonus steps in there. We'll recap them again. Your LinkedIn profile picture, make sure you add one where it's professional attire for your industry. If you're smiling, make sure you look like somebody people want to do business with, and that you're the only person in the picture if you can. Again, doesn't have to be professional. Change your LinkedIn headline to tell people who you are and how you can benefit them. You can use snippets where you say helping businesses profit with social media marketing, and then you do one of these vertical posts. Again, no, that's not the name of that, but and then tell them who you are and what you do. You can also, for bonus, you can use this one of these little emojis. Go to getomoji.com, and that will make your LinkedIn profile stand out in a good way. We talked about how to update your summary and what to include in your summary. We talked about your work experience and to make sure that you add additional jobs, every job that you've had, even if it was something short, even if it was just an internship, make sure you put it in there because it will boost your profile rank. It's, you definitely would rather have people see you on LinkedIn. So I would definitely recommend doing that. And then, add how to add hundreds of connections automatically. Go to My Network and add contacts and just add all of your contacts. You can do this from your phone as well. So you can do it from your desktop and connect with your email address. You can also do it from your phone and add your phone contacts, which is another great way to add a whole bunch of connections really quick. So anyway, let me give you a couple more quick tips here. Thinking that are working right now. One of the things you want to make sure that you double check is your LinkedIn public profile. So when you look at your LinkedIn public profile right here in this area right under your profile picture where you see this link, if you click on this gear icon, it will take you to your LinkedIn public profile. So this is what people see when they look for you on LinkedIn. They're not logged into LinkedIn. All right. So your public profile URL. So this is something I talk about in the course, and you definitely want to change your LinkedIn public profile URL to be your name. It definitely needs to be your name. Don't make it something clever or something that talks about what you do, like the linkedin.com/in/social media marketing strategist. That will not work. That will not help me rank as high in LinkedIn if I don't use my name. And look, I'm going to go and jump in. We'll go Google me right quick. And I'm going to turn the personalized results off because I think I'm logged into Google. I'm going to turn the personal results off here to where this shows what other people would see. All right, so there it is. Number one thing in there is my LinkedIn profile. So it's the top thing in there. So when you change your LinkedIn public profile and make sure that you're with a lot of people, this will be a huge benefit to your LinkedIn profile. The next thing you want to make sure that you have is you want to make sure that your public profile is visible to everyone. This should be the default check on here, but you want to make sure that its public profile is visible and no one is not checked, because then nobody will find you. Google will not index your profile. And you want to make sure that, unless you're looking for another job and you don't want your company to find out, make sure all these things are checked. Picture, headline, websites, posts, summary, current positions, details, past positions, details. Make sure all these things are checked. If you were looking for another job and you didn't want your company to find out, maybe there's some things you would leave off, or maybe you wouldn't, take your public profile on. But, other than that, if you want people to find you, if you're trying to get business from LinkedIn, make sure that all of this stuff is on. It will definitely benefit you. So anyway, so that is the top 5, and we did a little couple bonus steps to supercharge your LinkedIn. If you do just these 5 things or just these 7 things, I'm telling you, you will get in the top 20% within a week or two on LinkedIn, all your connections. It really works. This works extremely well. So again, the main takeaways from this training: do the top, take action. You're not going to get results if you don't take action. Once you see results, it will motivate you, hopefully, to do more, because it's very easy to get in the top, 3 or 5% of all of your connections on LinkedIn if you do all the things that I talk about in the course that I'm going to show you in a second. But you try new things. You definitely want to test new things. I have learned in the last few months, I've learned new stuff that I didn't know on LinkedIn, and I've been really working on my LinkedIn profile to get business since about 2014. And I learned new things like within the last few weeks on LinkedIn that I didn't know before that have worked really well. So you want to continue to test new things. In the course that I have, LinkedIn Blueprint, I give you a ton of information that you can do within a short period of time. So things that you can do within a few days or a week. But then, it's up to you to keep testing and trying new things. So, and I want to test me on this stuff. I've never seen I've been on a lot of live trainings and webinars and things like that. I don't think I've ever seen anybody leave their work email address, which may backfire on me. I may, take it off or never do it again. But, email me if, tell me what your results were. Once you try these 5 or 7 things, tell me what your results were. Tell me how it worked for you. I want to hear your success. I can tell you that you will see a big jump in your profile. So, anyway, but the key is to take action. I think that this quote is certainly appropriate. I walk slowly, but I never walk backward. Abraham Lincoln. Be true and got to be significant. So take action on these things. You will definitely get results. So, this is not theory. These are the exact things I do. These are the things I do on LinkedIn continuously on a regular basis. I'll go in and add more connections. I'll go in and check my public profile. I'll go in and change my summary and my headline to try new things. I'll go in and change my picture. But these are the top 5 or 7 things that we covered in this training. These are the top 5 or 7 things I wish I had known from 2008 to 2013 when I started on LinkedIn. You'll literally be able to double your profile rank. So, I'm not sure why you came and watched this training. Maybe that you're not using LinkedIn currently for business, but you want to. Maybe you are on LinkedIn, but you have not gotten any results from LinkedIn. I was in that position for a long time. Maybe you're getting results on LinkedIn, but you just want to supercharge the results that you get on LinkedIn. Or maybe you just love these cool Nicolas Cage memes that I throughout this slideshow presentation. But whatever the reason that you're here, there are 2 ways to achieve the success you want on LinkedIn or really anything else. There's the fast way and there's the slow way. Slow way is represented by this rickshaw here. This is the way, this is the trial and error way to learn. This is trying new things, a lot of experimentation, a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. I mean, it took me a couple of years to get my LinkedIn profile to where I am. The fast way is the second way to learn something. The fast way is like basically having a mentor or taking a course to learn the stuff that gives you a shortcut to where you want to get to. So this is the fast way. I have a course. It's called LinkedIn for Business Blueprint. This is a course that I created that will help you get to the top 5% or 10% of all of your connections easily on LinkedIn and allow you to maintain it and generate new business and new clients from LinkedIn with just a few minutes of work a week. Once you get all this stuff set up, which takes a couple of hours, it takes a few minutes a week to really stay on top of your LinkedIn profile. So in the course, here's what you get. You get 8 modules, right? So these are all HD video lectures. Each module is going to have a few lectures that I'm going to go through in a second. They're all HD video lectures. So just like this training right here, you get to look over my shoulder as I show you exactly what to do with each step of your LinkedIn profile. They're guided tutorials where I literally walk you through how to do it. So there's no guesswork on your part. You will literally get and see everything you need to do. I include PDF templates and a fast guide. So I have PDF templates for how to write your headline, how to write your summary, how to write recommendations for other people to guarantee that you get great recommendations in return. An email template for how to email new contacts to get business from them and to stand out in their mind. Basically everything you need to supercharge your LinkedIn profile. The first module, right? We recap the top 5 things that we talked about today. We're going to go into more depth on them, but we talk about what to do with your profile picture, how to supercharge your headline, how to write a compelling LinkedIn summary, how to triple your connections. So we talked about that today, and the best way to showcase your work experience. So we covered a lot of these things today in in kind of a not too much detail, but I talk about these in more detail in the course, as well as give you templates for all of these things. So that's module 1. Module 2, we're going to talk about how to get found in LinkedIn search. So I show you exactly how to do this. We talked a little bit about this today. I tell you all the sections in your LinkedIn profile that you need to add these keywords. So the specialty keywords that we talked about, there's a lot of other sections of your LinkedIn profile that you need to add those to. So I'm going to show you where to add those. I'm going to show you exactly what to include in your contact information on LinkedIn to make sure that people know how to contact you and where they can go to get more information on you. And I'm going to talk about your privacy settings. Privacy settings in LinkedIn can mess you up if you're not set to the right privacy settings. So I'm going to show you how to use your privacy settings to make sure that people are not missing you. Module 3, we talk about what to post on LinkedIn. So I tell you what to post and when to post on LinkedIn to get the most visibility. I talk about how to stay top of mind with your LinkedIn connections. So once you go out and get all these LinkedIn connections, then you got to remind them of what you do on a regular basis. So I talk about how to do that. We talk about blogging on LinkedIn to get business. So blogging is a relatively new platform on LinkedIn, and I'm going to show you how you can use the blogging platform on LinkedIn to get a lot of business. And I'm going to show you how you can easily get more profile views with what you post and how you post and become an expert in your industry. So that's module 3. Module 4, I'm going to show you how to get tons of LinkedIn endorsements. When we talk about LinkedIn endorsements, we're going to go back to my profile here. I'll show you where the LinkedIn endorsements are. We're going to talk about how to get tons of LinkedIn endorsements. So if you scroll down your profile, this is the section of your profile that gives people the list of skills that you have, that people have endorsed you for different skills on your LinkedIn profile. So it's down towards the bottom, but it's a big boost in your LinkedIn profile. So we'll show you this. This is the skills and endorsement section. So when you get to 99 people have endorsed you for a skill, it just shows 99 plus. So you can see that several of the top skills that I want to rank for, 99 plus people have endorsed me for those. So I'm going to tell you how to do that. It's relatively easy to do that with the system that I have for doing that. I'm going to show you how to get amazing LinkedIn recommendations. So we talk about LinkedIn recommendations and people that have gone in and told what their experience was with working with you and why they think other people should work with you. So you can see that I have quite a few really good recommendations from managers, entrepreneurs, owners, digital senior product advisors. I'm going to show you how you can easily get people to leave you great recommendations. So we talk about that. That can be difficult if you don't know how to do it. And I have copy and paste templates for you. So the recommendations that I use to leave for people that guarantee that I get recommendations in return from those people, I will show you how to use those. I'll give you a template for what to use with that. Module 5, we're going to talk about how to connect with decision makers on LinkedIn. So it's not enough to just connect with lower or mid-level managers. You want to find the VPs, the CEOs, the hiring managers, the human resources directors. Those are the people that you want to be able to connect with. I'm going to show you how to connect with those people and how to use advanced LinkedIn search to make sure you're connecting with the right people. And then once you connect with those people, I'm going to show you what to email those new connections to make sure that you let them know exactly what you do and what you offer and how to stay top of mind with those people. And I'm going to give you a template that you can swipe and copy and paste for that email. So you don't have to create it yourself. I'm going to give you a template. You can copy and paste it. Module 6, we talk about LinkedIn company pages. We talk about how to set them up the right way the first time and best practices for posting on LinkedIn company pages. So this is a company page section. Module 7, we talk about pro techniques for getting more business. So these are techniques that the people with the best LinkedIn profiles are using. I'm going to show you how to export your LinkedIn connections to create your own network that you can use for email marketing. You can add them to your contacts, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Sorry, you can hear my dog barking in the background. So sorry about that. Anyway, keep going here. I'm going to show you add tags to organize your contacts, so you can make sure that you have added. You'll probably still hear a dog barking here, so sorry. I'm going to show you how to add tags to organize your contacts to make sure that you have all of the people in the spots that they're supposed to be and that you have them organized. So we're going to talk about how to get even more business from LinkedIn in this section. So this is more of an advanced section, but the techniques aren't hard. It's just once you have a system and know what you're doing, this is a section that you would use that for. Module 8 is the awesome template and resources section. So resources section, I'm going to give you a 19-step checklist to supercharge your LinkedIn profile in a week. So these are the 19 steps that you can take that will supercharge your LinkedIn profile in a week. So I'm going to show you how to use that, and I'm also going to give you what to email prospects to get their business. So I told you I was going to give you a template for that. The template is going to be in Module 8, and I'm going to leave you copy and paste templates for leaving recommendations for people that guarantee that you get amazing recommendations in return. So also, I have some bonuses for you just for this webinar, for this live training. So one of the bonuses I have for you is a bonus training. So we're going to talk in depth about how to make sure your LinkedIn profile ranks in Google. So I'm going to give you a bonus training with 3 or 4 lectures on how to make sure your LinkedIn profile ranks in Google. So this is something that's not even available in my school. not even available in my online school for anybody else to get. So you're going to get this as part of the bonus training if you want to get it on the webinar. I'm going to show you a step-by-step training. This is a step-by-step training to get your LinkedIn profile to rank in Google search. So that's what this includes. So literally, it's going to be 3 or 4. I haven't finished. I have 3 videos done. I may need to add a 4th, but it's a 3 or 4 video training. So it's a shorter training, but it's a super, super good training on how to make sure your LinkedIn profile ranks in Google search, which is extremely important. You'll get a lot of business from that. So, and then I'm also going to schedule a 1-hour live Q&A with me, where you can come on, you can ask me any questions about LinkedIn, about your LinkedIn profile. Once you go, the way we're going to do this is for the people, we're going to have the enrollment for this course for LinkedIn for Business Blueprint. We're going to have the enrollment for this course open for a few weeks, and then we're going to close it. And then about a week after that, I'm going to schedule the live 1-hour Q&A. So, and I'm going to send out invitations to everybody who's enrolled in the course. And that way you have time to go through the course before you come on and can ask questions. And so we're also going to record this live Q&A. So even if you can't make it at that time, I'm going to go ahead and give you a recording of the live Q&A too. So anyway, so those are the webinar bonuses, which I think are pretty awesome. You get about $300 worth of value from just, so anyway, here's what you get. Total deal. You get the LinkedIn Blueprint HD video course. That's the course. That's the Big Daddy course. You get all of it. You get, it's $197 value. You get the LinkedIn. You get all of the 8 modules. You get all of the resources, all of the templates. We're going to give you a PDF fast start and copy and paste templates as part of that course. So all of those are going to be included for your headline, your summary, the 19-step LinkedIn profile checklist. We're going to give you the recommendations for what to send people in emails when they connect with you, as well as recommendations. So all the templates that you need. We're going to do the bonus training on Google search, which is $147 value. And we're going to do the live Q&A with me, which is going to be scheduled about a week or 2 after the initial, after the element to the class closes. So you basically today are getting a $600 value today. You get it all for $197 today. So $600 value for $197. I'm going to show you, and below this video where you're watching this, I put I'm going to put a button to get the course. There's going to be 2 options. Number one, there's going to be an option if you want to pay in full for $197. There's an option to pay in full. There's also a 2-payment option. So I want to make sure that this course is within reach for everybody. So there's a 2-payment option of 2 payments of $99. So you either get it for 1 payment of $197 or 2 payments of $99. And both of the buttons for that are going to be below this video where you're watching right now. So what it looks like when you go into the shopping cart. This is the LinkedIn for Business Blueprint course download. This is what the course page looks like. So when you come to this page, and you click the button below this video, it's going to take you to one of these 2 options. So the first option is the pre-launch pricing for everything. So this includes all of the bonuses that we talked about today. So the page that you get when you go to that is going to look like this. So when you click the button below for 1 payment, it's going to take you into a screen that looks like this. So this is the LinkedIn for Business Blueprint. Price is $197. You will need to create an account, so an email address and password that's specific to you, and then it's going to take you to the payment screen, and so you can get the course like that. When you go through the 2-payment option, see if I can pull that up for you. 2-payment option is just going to look a little bit different than that. See if we can get it to pull up. But it's going to take you past this first screen directly into the 2 payments. So right here, if you want to get this one, it says, you get the 2 payments of $99 per month for 2 months. So, and then you do the same thing, you create an account and you do your payment details. So that is how you get the course today. If you'd like to look at the page for the course, you can scroll back and you can look through, here's what the page of the course looks like. So I have a promo video. I have what the course includes. If you want to look at this, what some of the things about me that we talked about today, how my LinkedIn profile ranks in Google. So here's proof of me in the top 3%, 4,697 connections. So we talk about all that. And then we also go through, here's what the checkout screen looks like when you get to that third step. You can see you can pay with a credit card, or you can pay with PayPal, however you want to do it. And then a little bit about me as an instructor, and some people that have taken this course. Here's what people that have taken this course have said. So, this person, Darcy, said, great course, lots of useful techniques to rank higher and achieve results in LinkedIn. All the material was high quality with additional resources and examples to learn from. So I appreciate Darcy leaving us this testimonial. Look, this person, Cortland, jumped 37% in his LinkedIn profile rank, and he still has a bunch more suggestions to implement. So he did really well jumping his profile rank. Another guy, Cleo, did really awesome too. His profile rank jumped 63% to the top 10 amongst his connections in less than 2 weeks. So, and he was pretty happy with that. He said, thanks for creating such a kick-arse course. So anyway, that person jumped up as well. And then Shintan, who has taken this course, said, by just applying the 5 main principles listed in the course, he improved his LinkedIn profile rank by 38%. As he applied the other listed principles from the course, his profile views climbed by another 64% within a couple of weeks. Production quality is excellent. So anyway, that is what people have said about the course. You can look at the course curriculum here. I have some preview lectures that you can check out. So anyway, this is what you do to get the course. So I really think you'll like it. I think you'll get a lot out of it. I'd love to see you in the course, whether you do the $197 upfront or the 2 payments. Get in the course and give it some time and do the things in the course. And so again, the buttons are going to be below this video that you're watching right now. And I'm going to go ahead and you can do it for either one payment or 2 payments. So now, last thing that I promised you, the bonus cheat sheet. We talked about the bonus cheat sheet, right? So the bonus cheat sheet includes not only, it includes the top things that we talked about today with some bonus tips, as well as links to video lectures from within the course for each tip. Excuse me. So here's where you need to go to get the bonus cheat sheet today. If you stayed till the end, go to bit.ly.com/LinkedIn cheat sheet 5. So bit.ly.com, bit.ly.com/LinkedIn cheat 5. Just pause it on this slide if you need to, and check it out. So here's where that takes you. I'm going to show you in course where that profile cheat sheet is. So here's where it takes you when you click that link. It's going to bring you to the LinkedIn profile cheat sheet. Excuse me, which is the top 5 things. Fast start cheat sheet on LinkedIn. So you can see it right here. And we cover things. You can see there's links to that particular lecture of the course. And then also you can download that fast start cheat sheet as a PDF right here. So anyway, again, that's where you go to get the LinkedIn bonus cheat sheet. Go to bit.ly.com/LinkedIn cheat sheet 5. And if you'd like to get the course, the link, go below this video and click the button for whichever payment option you prefer. And I really would like to see you in the course. I think it's a great course. I've gotten a lot of great feedback. These, again, it's the fast way to do this. It's the best way I know to get to supercharge your LinkedIn profile in the next few weeks and make it to where you can operate it almost on autopilot with just a few minutes a week after you do all the upfront stuff. So hope to see you in the course. I'm going to close this out before I have to go cough really bad and get some water. So thanks again for watching, and I appreciate your time.